Good morning. That is a live shot of the Dow Jones, the New York Stock Exchange right now. And as you can see, it's falling there by 232 points. And obviously those numbers changing all the time this morning. Important to see what is going on over there in America and the New York Stock Exchange, because what they do does indeed have a bearing on what happens here in Canada. And we are just minutes away from an interest rate announcement by the Bank of Canada, which of course will probably affect the housing market here. And we've got Jen St. Dennis from Business in Vancouver to talk about that. Jen, there's a lot of speculation about which way the Bank of Canada is going. 0.25%?
Yeah, we don't really know this time around. It's pretty much a 50-50 split when organizations like Bloomberg do these surveys of economists and analysts. It's about 50-50 whether the Bank of Canada will do another interest rate cut this time around. We'll know at 7 o'clock whether that's happening. But yeah, the expectation is that if they do a cut, it will go down from 0.5% to 0.25%. But this time around, I think last time when they cut interest rates, it was sort of seen as a positive move for the bank to do when the economy was struggling. This time around, a lot of warnings about how this could negatively affect the Canadian economy. So warnings about how this could affect consumer confidence, just another signal that the economy is weak. Also of concerns that it could push the dollar down even further. And while that has been seen as a good thing by the Bank of Canada because they really want exporters and manufacturers to pick up some of the slack in the economy, pushing the dollar down too low will actually be kind of a wash for manufacturers because they're still having to buy a lot of their materials and inputs from abroad in U.S. dollars. So it's a bit of a mixed bag, and we'll really just have to see what happens.
All right. Well, listen, whichever way it goes, as soon as that announcement is made, I'm hoping to cross back to you for a quick chat on what that really means for us here in Canada. So we'll come back to you for that as soon as they tell us what they've decided to do. Just want to get a quick word on these job cuts in the world of media.
Yeah. PostMedia, another round of job cuts, 90 positions cut this time, and another round of buyouts affected. Now, these job cuts didn't directly affect our local papers, the Vancouver Sun and the Province. It was more affecting the Edmonton Journal, the Calgary Herald, the Ottawa Citizen, and the National Post. But will affect us here is that across the board they're announcing that where there are two papers in the cities, they are going to be combining newsrooms. Still running the two titles, but just rewriting the stories to suit the sort of style of each paper. So, of course, the unions that represent these journalists not too happy about that, really saying that, this is not good for competition, this is not good for readers, and more pain is on the way for PostMedia. This company has seen declining revenues, and they also have these huge debt loads. And just to give you a sense of how big those debt loads are, in 2018 they're going to be having to pay another $300 million plus in debt repayments.
Not good for them at all. All right,
yeah,
thank you.
Story.
Thanks very much for that.
Right.
Jen St. Dennis from Business in Vancouver.